Students, I welcome you all for the business studies classes. This will be the last video class of BST before the midterm. After the midterm, we will continue our chapters with the chapter number 6. Today I will be completing the chapter number 5, last topic, that is security problem related to e-business student. The security problem of e-commerce can be broadly discussed in following three categories student. Very first is transactional risk, then is the second is the data storage risk, and the third will be your risk to treat of intellectual property and privacy. Let us start with the transactional risk. As the name is transactional risk student, this is a type of risk to the e-business which happens due to at the time of transaction of things from one place to another, or transaction of money from one place to another. That is known as transactional risk. You are very much familiar student. Nowadays we are seeing the cyber crime is increasing, as many of the data is stolen from our computer, or many times money is transferred from one person's account to another person's account unknowingly. This is known as transactional risk. The common transactional risks of online are default on order taking and giving. Seller may deny that customer even placed the order. Default on delivery. Sometimes goods may be delivered at wrong address, or goods other than order may also be delivered. This is known as default on delivery. Default on payment. Sometimes the seller does not get the payment for the goods supplied, whereas the customer claims the payment was made. So this all is known as students transactional risk. To overcome this problem, the seller must confirm that customer has entered the correct information from the cookies. Cookies are just like the caller ID student in telephone, which provide information like customer's name, address, previous purchase record, etc. I can give one more example of cookies, that is Truecaller. Nowadays, if we will install in our phone the Truecaller like app, it will give if for example some unknown person is calling to us, in the through the Truecaller, when it is activated, we will be able to know who is calling to us. The name of the person, address of the person will be seen on our mobile screen. So that type of thing is known as cookie. It will be safer for us to know that whether the number is right or wrong. Customer can also protect himself by shopping from well established websites only. This is the second thing. Some advertisers also ensure customers regarding seller's identity, sale record, location, etc. Sites such as eBay even provide the rating of seller. To protect payment, from following steps can be taken. Very first is credit card authentication. This process ensures that the credit card number provided by customer is a valid one. So what has been said, if for example the credit card number which we have provided, it is wrong or right, for that credit card authentication is done. Okay, next is credit card authorization student. The credit card number which we have provided, that is correct, but in that number, in that card, whether the money is not there, money is there or not, that is confirmed from credit card authorization. Settlement. Once the product is dispatched or delivered, the bank will release the fund and transfer them to businessman's bank account. So that is the settlement. Data storage risk student. Vital information can be stolen or modified to pursue some selfish motive just for fun. The common storage risks are, very first is the virus, and second is hacking. Vital information under siege students. Some of the computer viruses are deadly. They clean up all the information stored in the computer memory. The viruses can enter the computer through email or disk or floppies. Viruses hamper the functioning of business. Viruses bring the things to a standstill, causing huge loss of revenue and employee time. So that is known as virus student. Vital information under siege. Hacking. Hacking refers to unauthorized entry into a website student. Hackers often destroy the data information, which causes huge losses to the owner because it would interrupt the business transactions. This problem can be solved student by the following ways. Very first is setting up special crime cell. The government has set up a special crime cell to look into the crimes committed by the hackers and take necessary action against the criminals. Encryption. It refers to converting the message into a code so that unauthorized person may not understand it. That is you know very well, decoded and the encoded. The sender, when it is sending, it is encoded, and when it is received by the receiver, it is decoded and received by the receiver. Digital signature student. Under this method, a coded digital certificate is issued by certification authority. This will help in checking the identity of the seller. The last risk student, risk of threat to intellectual property and privacy. Internet is an open space student. It becomes very difficult to keep the information secret. Data can be supplied to others who may misuse the information. Resources required for successful implementation of e-business student. E-business is becoming a very popular way of trading among various business firms. However, before conducting business electronically, the business firm must have necessary resources. Student, the resources required for successful implementation of e-commerce are as follows. Very first is computer hardware. You know very well. For starting an e-business, you must have the computer. The business enterprise must get a computer with proper speed and technology before starting e-commerce trading, means the main server terminal from which the business can start. The computer must have the capacity to handle a big volume of business. Technically qualified staff. Student, under e-commerce all the business transactions are carried through internet. To carry out trading, the businessman must have well qualified and capable workforce who are able to handle internet easily. They must be trained to handle sales order, processing orders, handle inquiries, etc. Yes, definitely student. The person to whom with whom we as we are starting e-business, it is not so small. We are connecting to all the whole universe through the e-business. So that way we need some staff. That staff must have the computer knowledge and technical knowledge so that they can be helpful for us for doing our e-business. Computer system of receiving payment. Definitely students, some account must be opened with the bank through which we can start our e-business and e-payment. For the success of e-commerce, the business enterprise need to develop an efficient system of receiving payment for the goods sold. For this, the businessman have to make arrangement with commercial banks and credit card agencies. Sufficient information should be given on the system so that customer can calculate accurate amount to be paid, and there must be automatic system for refunding if excess amount is received from the customer. Student, well-designed website. The firm must develop a comprehensive website to communicate effectively with the customers and business partners. The website should be designed beautifully by using hyperlink graphs and other attractive pictures. The website must provide complete information to the customer regarding the price of the product, contents and use of the product. Student, next, telecommunication facilities. E-commerce will succeed only if adequate telephone and internet facilities are available and there is no interruption in the services. The prompt internet facility should be made available to the common man at a reasonable price, otherwise it will remain confined to rich people only. This problem is refined to as problem of digital divide. By making the use of internet popular in middle class and low income group, the digital divide can be bridged. Now the student what we will be going to learn is now we will be learning the BPO. Student, that is the business process outsourcing. Sorry. BPO. Student, BPO means business process outsourcing. Student, what is BPO doing? It is an organization or institution, you can say. The trade started from foreign countries. BPO means business process outsourcing. Our business, we are running the business work is not so small. Student, in that we are doing either the manufacturing or selling. During this manufacturing and selling process, student, it is very difficult to handle the problems of the customers. They are also giving some feedback. We have to respond for their feedback. If we will not respond, their traction from our product will be totally lost. So that type of work is given to some institution which can handle on behalf of us our problems. That is known as business process outsourcing. Student, outsourcing concept first of all we will discuss. Over the last decade, a new type of business within service sector has become popular in the world. It is called business process outsourcing, BPO. You are knowing it. Many of your relatives or the brother or sister will be working in this BPO. Let us have the knowledge of this BPO. BPO refers to getting a business task accomplished through an outside agency. Student, initially only a few companies in the United States adapted the practice of outsourcing by assigning the routine job to outside agencies so that company could concentrate on critical issue without wasting time on routine work. Later on, it became popular in other countries also. Earlier, companies used to hire outside agencies to perform tasks which used to come up occasionally. For example, companies used to hire service of management consultant for getting their employees trained or to design their advertisement. The routine job were performed by the regular staff of the company. Now the trend has changed. The companies have started hiring outside agencies to perform routine jobs such as the after sales service, maintaining books of account, etc. I can give one example. If you are purchase a product of any company, when you are having some problem related to that product, there are giving some numbers to you people. That is a call center numbers. If you dial on that number, one person will so many numbers will be asked, and that you can according to your complaint you will dial the number and the person will pick up the phone and they will give response to you. That service is known as BPO, where the company is not doing solution of your problem, but company has hand over the task to some other person who will be doing the same thing as the company will be doing. That is known as business process outsourcing. The companies have started hiring outside agencies to perform this routine job, so that company can focus on the core competence and concentrate only on that work which is needed for the company. Like manufacturing company can focus on manufacturing the product instead of focusing on the problems related to product, but they will handle and they will in future that complaint will not come. For that purpose they will be hiring the BPO. Advantages of BPO student: concentration of core competence. Definitely if the company want to focus on their core the core business objective of the business, definitely they have to hire the BPO. So that example, by outsourcing the sales promotion function to an advertising agency, the company can concentrate on maintaining quality and on increasing the production capacity. Reduction in cost. The outsourcing agencies perform the task for different companies, so client companies get benefit of economies of scale. Generally they have save 10 to 20% cost. Helps to avoid labor problem. The outsourcing services reduce the need for employing more number of employees, as the outsourcing agencies take up the responsibility of performing the routine job students. So there will help to avoid the labor problems. Benefit of latest development student. The outsourcer maintains world-class information technology infrastructure. The outsourcer acts as a consultant for that particular function and perform that function in a specialized way or in a better way. The client company can get the benefits of latest technology. So that is the benefit student, benefits of latest development. Scope of BPO. BPO is more popularly known as call center, which provide customer-oriented voice-based service 24 into 7 days. About 70% of BPO industry revenue come from call center. BPO comprises of 4 key segments. There are the common area where BPO is operating. Very first is contract manufacturing, where the manufacturing is given on contractual basis to the BPO student. Contract research, where our research work will be handed over to the BPO so that they will do the research on behalf of us and they will give the knowledge to us. Contract sales student, where we are doing manufacturing, we are not able to do selling of things. There we can have the contractual sales with the BPO. Informatics students, for information also BPOs are there, like Kisan Yojana and all those, where the farmers are getting the knowledge how to do the modernized system of agriculture through the BPOs help. Limitations of outsourcing student. Outsourcing suffer from following problems. Very first, confidentiality student. In outsourcing, the parent company, means the original company, shares its secret with the outsourcing company, and if the outsourcing company does not maintain confidential information, then there can be a problem for the parent company. The business information can be leaked easily. Sweat shopping student. Has in different profession, if you will quit the job, you can get the job in other organization, in other type of designation. But here in BPO, who are working, they are not doing any type of not hard work, intelligence work. As the information is given to them, provided to them, that much information they are giving to the customer. So here no sweat shopping is there, no sweat hard work is there to the workers. So the firms which outsource their work prefer to outsource the work which require doing skill and it does not require thinking skill. It means by working in outsourcing companies, employees' competence and intelligence level does not increase. They are asked to do very simple routine work. Big companies prefer to give labor and doing skilled work to outsourcing firms to save the cost. Protest in home country. Yes, students, when BPOs are entering, they are giving the job to the outsiders, means those who are not the citizens of our country. The foreigners are appointed more because from foreign labor we are getting at cheap rate. So BPOs are hiring the labor from the foreign countries. So it is a protest against the home country. When companies outsource these activities along with the work, they are indirectly outsourcing even the employment opportunity to another country. As a result, there can be resentment among the people of home country, particularly if home country is suffering from problem of unemployment. Ethical concern student. Generally, companies outsource the activities because in the outsourcing country labor is cheap. So here it is moral value related to our countries exploiting by the BPOs. By doing so indirectly, they are encouraging unethical behavior of low wage payment, child labor, etc. Yes, student, child labor, we have child labor means here after passing the 12th also some of the companies they are hiring the students those who had just passed the class 12, so that can be a totally wrong thing. Knowledge process outsourcing. In KPO, business firms get knowledge related and information related work done from an outside firm. Student, this involves high value work carried by highly skilled staff. KPO firms, in addition to providing expertise and consultancy service, often take many low level decisions also. So that is knowledge based outsourcing, students, where the firm's work is to provide knowledge to the outsiders. Features of KPO, student. Main difference between KPO and BPO is that KPO usually focus on knowledge intensive, whereas business process outsourcing that requires significant expertise related to goods, related to service, all the types of knowledge is given. The main aim of KPO is to create value for client by providing business expertise rather than process expertise. KPO involves advanced analytical thinking, technical skills and decision judgment based on experienced students. KPO increases efficiency and result in cost saving. Common services included in KPO are follows: research services, investment research, business research, stock market, you can say, market research, etc. Legal process, patent services, data analytics, editorial process, valuation, etc. More common barriers in KPO is process transparency. Many organizations cannot find out which decisions are taken by whom and rely so much on informal social process. So this was the chapter number 5, student, which will be coming in the examination. Till chapter number 5, whatever I had teach and taught, please prepare the notes, and any doubt we can ask through the broadcast to me. As madam has given you the WhatsApp number, you can send the any doubt what you are having. I will provide you the answers for your queries. Thank you. After the midterm we will be continuing our chapter. Thank you.